What's good, everybody? It is May the 7th, 2026. It is a Thursday, and it is weigh-in day. A couple things before we get started. It has been one heck of a trying week. I definitely started off way too fast, and I suffered some consequences for that. I had to end up slowing down and just kind of taking a break and letting nature take its course with this fast. We're feeling better now today, and we're ready to continue forward. Without further ado, let us see what our current weight is.
Hello. It's ready. £584.6.
All right. Cool. I love that. So you heard it say 584.6. That means one or two things.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. That's one. For two, that means that I officially have a starting point. Yeah. Well, let me just say this. I am happy, even though it is a higher number than what I was showing last week as I was fluctuating up and down. I am happy that I finally have slimmed down enough to stand on the scale and allow it to read my body weight and give me an accurate reading. That has been my goal since I started this fast way back in the beginning of April. Way back then, I've been trying to lose enough weight in my legs to allow myself to be able to get red on the scale and have a good foundational starting point. I finally have that. So I am ecstatic about finally hearing those numbers read out loud to me from the scale. Even though it is a higher number, I'm just happy that it's there. The scale could have read out 600 and I still wouldn't care. I still would have been happy to hear that number out loud. That just lets me know all the hard work and dedication that I had been putting in for the last several weeks, for the month of April up until today. It has all paid off, and the results speak for themselves. I finally have something in the record books to go off from. I knew it when I stepped on the scale, how my legs felt. See, the lymphedema in my legs was so large that my feet couldn't stay on the scale flush enough. The lymphedema in my legs would push my feet further apart, and therefore when I would try to fit both feet on the scale, it was a struggle to try to stay balanced and really stay still long enough for the scale to read me. The lymphedema has gone down. Every morning when I wake up, I feel my legs every single morning. I would feel around the lymphedema areas and I'd be like, okay, it's starting to feel like it's starting to break up here a little bit. It's starting to feel a little bit more malleable. It's no longer as rock hard clay. It's starting to feel a little bit more like Play-Doh-y areas in certain areas. So I knew that it was going to be easier, but I didn't know until I stepped on the scale this morning that, okay, I think I might actually be able to get a reading here. All the hard work that I've been putting in finally allowed my feet to stay on the platform flush enough, and without me having to sway my weight around, trying to stay balanced on it, it felt more natural on how I was standing on the scale, and therefore I got that reading. And even though it's a higher number than what was initially recorded for day one, it's still a victory in my mind and in my spirit because I have an official number to go from. So now I know that next week when I step on the scale, I see something a little bit lower. As long as it's getting red on the scale, that's all that I care about. That's all that I care about, is that the fact that it's getting red on the scale. But going back to my last video, about me fasting for the wrong reasons. I was fasting for the wrong reasons. I was fasting to try to boost my efforts at losing weight, to try to get that number reading on the scale as fast as possible. Well, I officially did that, but at the same time, it was once again for the wrong reasons. To reiterate once again, fasting is more about cleansing, healing, discipline, or like learning how to control your cravings. And weight loss is just an end result of fasting. So, you're going through your discipline, you're going through your healing, you're going through your cleansing. Weight loss is just an end result of those three factors. Like fasting, you can apply fasting to how people go to the gym. I tell people all the time, like, if you're going to go to the gym, make sure you're not going to the gym to lose weight. As far-fetched as that sounds, it's the truth. If you're going to the gym to lose weight only, then you're already going for the wrong reasons. That's just my theory on things. Let me explain why. People go to, in my opinion, people go to the gym to get stronger, get faster, build endurance. Those type of things are the reasons why people should be going to the gym. Now, due to you getting stronger, faster, and building endurance, you will lose weight. However, there's going to come to a point, and it happens every single time, whenever somebody says, new year, new me, I'm going to the gym to lose all this stuff and all that whoop-de-whoop, they do. They lose that 20 pounds, and they feel great. And next thing you know, they go next week, and they lose maybe 2 pounds. And then they get frustrated. So, all right, fine, whatever. I go harder. Next week, they lose no pounds. And then a week later, they gain 5 pounds because they may have cheated one day and they got some extra water retention, but they count that 5 pound gain as a fat gain as opposed to water gain. And they get discouraged and they get upset. Well, I've been doing all this stuff in the gym and no results are happening anymore. So I'm going to just let it go and quit. Any real trainer will tell you that abs are not made in the gym. Abs are made in the kitchen. Abs are made in what you put in your body. Losing weight is based on calories in versus calories out. I live by that principle because it makes the most sense to me, because I'm 584 pounds now. I know about calories in versus calories out, because I would definitely throw calories in, but there was no calorie output and I would gain weight. Kind of put this in perspective. Somebody who requires 3,000 calories to maintain their morbid obese body, if they burn 1,100 calories doing a workout every single day, they eat breakfast, which is 1,100 calories, they eat lunch, which is 1,200 calories, they eat dinner, which is 1,300 calories. That's a total of 3,600 calories that they are consuming. They burn 1,100 calories in a workout. That's still 2,500 total calories a day, which is a 500 calorie deficit. Over a week, that's 3,500 calories. That's a pound. Over a year, that's 52 pounds. That's 52 pounds that somebody would lose in a 500 calorie deficit that takes them 3,000 calories to maintain their current weight. Not bad. Not bad. Now let's try to ramp this up a notch here. The same person who's taking 3,000 calories to maintain their weight, if they are in a caloric deficit already of a 1,500 calorie diet, and let's just say they burn 1,000 calories a day as opposed to 1,100. They burn 1,000 calories a day through their workouts. That's going to be 500 calories total that they are consuming that allows the body to use to burn for energy. Well, the body still needs to have 3,000 calories total, so where's it going to get the other 2,500 calories from? It's going to get it from the storage that's around the body. So it's going to go throughout and find your fat cells, open up the fat cells, and take what it needs to maintain its current body weight. Now that is a 2,500 calorie deficit. Now that's assuming that you ignore all the cravings, you ignore all the ghrelin and the cortisol hormones that's flowing throughout your body that's telling you to eat, eat, eat. That's where the fasting comes in. The fasting gives you that discipline that you need to say, no, I don't need to. I've already had what I've had for the day. I don't need any more. You know what to do to go get the rest of what you need for your sustainability. That's where the fasting comes in. It helps you to build up that discipline. So with that 2,500 calorie deficit over a week's time, that is 17,500 calories. That's roughly 5 pounds a week. Over a year, that's going to be 260 pounds. You see, are you making a connection yet here? Now, yeah, these are rough numbers that will change the more weight that you lose. The more weight that you lose, the less amount of calories it's going to take to sustain your body weight. Therefore, you still got to make that adjustment to what your intake is going to be to kind of maintain that steady flow of weight loss. Like I would say, if somebody who weighed 250 pounds trying to lose 50 pounds to get to 200 versus me trying to lose 50 pounds. If we did the same workout, had the same diet, we would lose 50 pounds, but I would lose it faster because my body takes more calories to maintain its current weight versus their body who takes less calories to maintain its current weight. Any questions, comments, concerns, leave them down below. We'll check in again tomorrow, and we will continue this journey on together. Shouts out to those who are still on their fast. I wonder how you're still doing with yours. But yeah, we'll see y'all in the next video tomorrow. Until then, y'all have a good one.